It's Thursday, December 8th, and time for the Barbados Today Morning Update. Thanks for joining us. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Investigations continue into a 3-vehicle smash-up that left one person nursing serious injuries at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. 12 other people were also injured when 2 cars and a minibus collided at Walker's St. George around 6:15 last evening. Our Emmanuel Joseph was on the scene and has a report.
5 people, including the driver of one of the vehicles who was listed in critical condition, had to be transported to hospital by ambulance. 8 other people were treated at the scene. The minibus, driven by 40-year-old Nigel Burrows of Cherry Grove in St. John, was carrying 24 passengers and was en route to Sergeant Street, St. John, when the collision occurred. 5 doctors, 1 nurse, 1 orderly, 4 ambulances, 2 fire tenders and 6 fire officers responded to the mass casualty situation. The road was temporarily closed off as a small crowd gathered at the scene. Emmanuel Joseph for Barbados Today.
Thanks, Emmanuel. In other news this Thursday, Chairperson of the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association, Roseanne Myers, is crying shame on local authorities who she said are running away from vexing issues facing the country instead of simply taking them by the horn and strategically correcting them. Delivering her final report of the year at the BHTA's 4th quarterly meeting at the Lloyders King Sandiford Centre yesterday, Myers did not hold back her feelings on the way the South Coast sewage problem was being handled. She said there was need to address the aging and deteriorating infrastructure, including drainage systems, sewage systems, water supply systems, and even the airport, which she said seemed to be nearing the brink of their maximum carrying capacity.
We need to employ public relations and corporate communications specialists as much as we need technical specialists. We had issues with drainage and backstop systems that affected the sewage system, which was already stressed. Rather than acknowledge and take control of the messaging, we allow the general public to tell their stories on Facebook and on social media in an uncontrolled way with little leadership that was required to investigate, address, apologize, warn, manage the possible resolution. And we waited until the damage was done to our good name, then to try to respond. We have to do better, and I surely believe that we can do better.
A top regional disaster risk management consultant tells the Frontal Stewart administration it needs to communicate with the people in the face of ongoing water, sewage, and other social crises. The warning from former Executive Director of the Caribbean Disaster Management Agency, Jeremy Collymore, who says it is unlikely that some of the problems will be solved overnight given their complex nature. As such, he tells Barbados Today it is important for government to manage public expectations.
Crisis communication really is now a central part of any government or any organization. How do you deal? Because they're going to emerge, and a crisis communication strategy is an indispensable element of any the new governmental governance dispensation, if we may put it that way.
The Barbados Employers Confederation is concerned about the high level of unemployment. Labour Management Advisor Cara Seeley told the agency's annual workshop yesterday morning that the island cannot be satisfied with an employment rate of 11.9% recorded at the end of the 2nd quarter of 2015.
This may indeed be a decrease from the year of 2013, and it may prove to be relatively low in comparison to our Caribbean counterparts. However, the aim is to not relive the era of the early 1990s. The B.E.C is therefore seeking to change the behaviors of these students to foster the transition of the at-risk category, thereby limiting the possibility of higher unemployment rates in the future.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Get your paper, get your paper. Only $2.25, $2.20. Who? For what? That's Bear Stale News. I don't read about that on Barbados Today since last night. That y'all only care do. $2.20. Who?
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
But Maisie, this Christmas will be the best Belgian Christmas for we. Maisie, it is all because Republic Bank just like Santa Claus. Maisie, fix up the kitchen and a new TV we getting. A special time to commemorate. Republic will help you celebrate.
Get ready to celebrate 50 years of independence right through to the best Bajan Christmas ever with a Make It Happen loan of up to $50,000 from Republic Bank. Give your home a good old Bajan spooser, buy some new furniture and appliances, or take an after-holiday trip to visit loved ones over and away. You could also be one of our lucky winners to share in fabulous prizes. Just visit any branch to apply. Go to republicbarbados.com or call us at 227-2700. We're also available via Skype and FaceTime. Special conditions apply.
In Bajan style, it will be great with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Read all about it, read all about it. Get your paper, only $2.25. Let's get your paper. You again with that stale news from yesterday. I got the Barbados Today app on my phone, and I just get my news for free. What do she?
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
In news from the region, union officials from the hotel sector in the Bahamas are calling on the government to step in after 61 employees at the Ocean Club Resort were laid off. We get more in this report from Fern Carey of ZNS News.
Assistant Secretary General of the Bahamas Hotel Catering and Allied Workers Union, Sheila Burrows, says the workers were not given adequate notice. She also claimed the resort breached its agreement with the union and is not operating in good faith.
The contract is not being lived by. We made this contract with these hoteliers, and apparently they are being ignored, and they're doing what they want to do in this country. And it's a sad day in this country that our people their voices cannot be heard. I think that the government needs to step in, and they need to step in quick, fast, and hurry. The company also told us when we had a meeting with Madam President that no individual, no employee would be let go, and today this is what is happening.
However, Director of Labour, Robert Farquharson, indicated that management at the resort informed him and Minister of Labour, the Honourable Shane Gibson, about the pending layoffs on Monday.
And they would have advised us, pursuant to the Industrial Relations Act and the Code of Industrial Practice, that as a result of the hurricane, the hotel has been closed from October. We know that a number of employees were retained to do a lot of the cleanup work. We know that the hotel is expected to reopen in February of 2017, but they were unable to sustain the level of employment.
On the international front, over 24 people on board a Pakistan International Airlines plane lost their lives when it crashed in the north of the country. Officials say flight PK661 went down 43 miles north of Islamabad with 42 passengers, 5 crew members and 1 ground engineer on board. We get more in this report from the BBC.
PK661 took off from Chitral at 10:00 GMT, and 90 minutes later communication was lost with the carrier. It is, according to military sources, 36 bodies have been discovered, and a team of forensic scientists have been sent to the site to identify the bodies. The bodies have been sent to a hospital in Abbottabad. This carrier in the past has been accused of safety failures, and in 2006 there was a big crash in which 44 people died, and at the moment an information desk has been set up at the international airport for the families of the victims.
And on that note, we come to the end of our news update, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Good morning.